Here with I Will Survive here on WHTL. We're sitting at 60 degrees out there on the weather post right now. It's going to warm up pretty nicely today, and it is that time of day. It is Friday, and Brian is where he usually was in high school. He's in the principal's office. I am joined by Rachael, Gamroth, Kayla, Olson, and Sophie Woychik. Is that how I say it?
Absolutely.
Okay. You guys want to introduce yourselves really quick? Tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Sure. I am Kayla Olson. I am the high school principal and special education director. I've been in Independence almost 10 years now.
So, wow.
Yeah.
Right. Rachael Gamroth. I am the elementary and middle school principal. And this is my first year being there. And I'm back this month from last month. So it's exciting to be back here.
I'm Sophie Woychik. I'm the English Learner Coordinator, and I also teach English learners at Independence. I'm an alumni from Indy. I feel like I've never left. I just love the school, and I'm super happy to be teaching.
Yeah, that's so great. Going back to your old school, huh?
Exactly, yes.
That is so great. So we get a lot to talk about. And so last week, we were talking about this before we went on air. Homecoming week was last week?
Yes.
And so we got the wrap-up. You guys want to talk about a little bit about what happened there?
Yeah, throughout the whole week, right? Like, just what a great event to bring our students together, to see them supporting each other, also get our community involved. So we had a lot of things, right? Like your typical dress-up days, your powder puff football, lots of decorating throughout the school. But we also had community service last Friday. So all of our high school students went out into the community and did different things like cleaning up the hallways, did some landscaping at City Park. So our high school students really worked really hard in the morning, and then in the afternoon we had Pep Fest. But our last event is always the parade. So all students K through 12, are in our parking lot. They see the big kids walking through the parade. The elementary students are wearing decorated hats and banners. We had even community groups there, the American Legion, Ladies Auxiliary, our fire department, our police department, all made a present. So that Friday afternoon is really a accumulating event to bring all students and staff together, the community together. It's great to see. It's a wonderful week.
Yeah.
And then then it wraps up with that football game in the evening, and it was just fun to be in that atmosphere, and the turnout there was great. Like I said in our last interview, it was my 25th class reunion, and so it was fun to see some classmates there wearing their Letterman's jackets, and so it was a great turnout, and even better that the Indies brought home their first win of the season, which was super exciting, and definitely brought some momentum to the team.
That's great.
And then Saturday night, the dance for the kids.
Wow, that is so good. And I like the fact that, homecoming is, it's a fun theme thing and all that, but it does really teach the kids about community and how important that is. And it sounds like you guys have a lot of good things that help those kids get involved in the community, which is great.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to cover about homecoming weekend, or do we want to move on?
Yeah, just appreciation for all the work that goes into it. There's so much planning that happens. The staff members, community members that have to all come together to make it happen. So we really appreciate all the work that goes into it. The kids appreciate it too.
Oh, that's great.
We have student council that, plans the most of the homecoming activities during the week, but we also have Mr. Gamroth that works with our band students. The pep band was amazing. The marching band was amazing. The cheerleaders, the color guard. We even had alumni in the pep band Friday night.
Wow.
So I just want to make sure that, all those student organizations are recognized because they all did a wonderful job last week.
Yeah, Mr. Gamroth was in here last year for Music Month and brought the kids in, and it's really cool to see how excited those kids are with a good teacher like that too. Very cool to see. And what is it like? Speaking of the kids, we do have a diverse population of students here, and so what is it like serving a diverse population of students and families in just a small rural community?
Absolutely. We find it to be such a privilege, honestly, to have such a diverse population of students and families in our school. We are in a rural setting, but when you walk in and you see kids from different cultures or different languages in the cafeteria or in their classroom, it's something that makes Independence really special and us really proud to be there. This also increases the collaboration that we have among staff members to just meet the needs of all of our kids, all of the student families, and I think that's a really positive asset to our school.
Yeah. And we hear the phrase EL student. What is an EL student?
Absolutely. Good question. So EL means English learner. So we have students in our building, approximately 30% of our student body, K-12, are learning English as an additional language, meaning that they might go home and speak Spanish with their families, and they come to school to learn English. Now, this is not in isolation, though. They're still learning math and social studies and, learning how to read music and throw a football in Fayette. So none of that happens in isolation. They're all in our regular classes. They're also learning how to speak, write, and read and listen in English as well.
I suppose, and with their peers, it probably helps them,
Yes.
to learn from the peers that are from the area and stuff, because not only do they have, living in a different place and speaking a different language, now they're having to, learn how to interact with the kids around them too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how might the needs or look similar or different for a non-EL student?
For sure. I think when you think about an English learner, what you said is really important. They're learning how to be effective communicators. All of our kids are learning how to be effective communicators. So that's why we're focusing on speaking, writing, reading, and listening. We know our English learners might need more time to learn vocabulary words or more instruction in that. We also know that the cultural aspects of U.S. public education might be something they're transitioning into, and so we support them with that. However, a lot of our conversations surround EL students, but what we're doing for EL or English learners also support all of our kids.
Okay.
And so we think about our teachers are planning to teach concepts in a very clear way, maybe using background knowledge to help kids understand better, which not only helps English learners, but it helps every kid in our building. We also in Independence focus on hands-on learning and making sure kids are engaged 100% of the time in their classes, which again is not just for English learners, it's for every single kid in our school.
Yeah. And so it sounds like when you the needs that non-English speaking and the ones who are learning and the regular kids, you're looking at you're planning for all the needs of all students there.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say our focus is on to build strong academic learners, but we're also thinking about when they leave our doors, how are they going to be effective communicators in the workplace with their families? That's why our focus is on that speaking, writing, reading, and listening. We think it's super important. I think another focus, we talk about critical thinkers and how do our students in Independence develop the strategies on their own to be really independent. So when they reach a roadblock in their life or in their math class, how do they push through that, which is a life skill that we're really proud of Independence for focusing on.
Yeah, and with a name like Independence, you're teaching independence.
You gotta be independent.
We should come up with a phrase there. So be independent, go to Independence or something. Yeah. Well, we've been in school for a little while already. I can't believe we're in October already. So I'm sure parent-teacher conferences are all coming up. So
yeah, they sure are. So we have parent-teacher conferences. They run 2 nights. Next Wednesday, the 8th, or the following Wednesday, the 15th. They go from 4 to 8 p.m. in the evening. Our elementary students have conferences that are scheduled with families already. Middle school and high school, those families can drop in for a quick 10-minute conversation to talk about their students' successes and things that they can work on beyond to make them even better learners in our building. And so we encourage all families to attend. It's just a great learning opportunity for them to hear about how well their student is doing and how they can support them.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that's great. Because I know, like when I was younger, I was the kid that needed a little talking to with my parents. But even if your kid's doing good in school, it's a good idea to go and just touch base with the teachers.
absolutely. Yes, we hope to see lots and lots of families attend the next couple Wednesdays.
All right. Yeah, all coming up. So you get on out there if you're a parent, and like I said, even if the kid's doing good, get in there and talk with your teachers, because it's good to have that one-on-one relationship with them.
Absolutely.
And what else we got coming up? We got some sporting events coming up. What's the 5th annual Tip-It to Teresa?
Yeah, I mean, earlier we talked about what a supportive community we have, right? So next Thursday is our 5th annual Tip-It to Teresa event, and I'm sure for many listeners, you remember Teresa Edison from Independence. She was a long-time volunteer volleyball volleyball coach, but really a supporter of all young students in our community. So in memory of her, each year we have a Tippett to Teresa event in honor of someone. And this year we have decided to honor Bonnie Kent. She is from Gelmonton. So next Thursday, the game will be in Gelmonton against Osseo. We'll hold our event in with that volleyball game there next Thursday. We'll have things like the basket raffle, 50-50, Miracle Minute, all the things that you're used to seeing at our Tippett to Teresa event. We're just able to hold it in Gelmonton this year. So
Okay. And you're playing against my hometown, Osseo Fairchild. I'll give the win to you guys this time. We'll let you have it just for this event. So it looks like you're going to basket raffles, 50-50, Miracle Minute, and much more. So So get out and support that. It's for a great cause. And is there anything else you guys want to cover before I let you get back to school?
Yeah, so we've got a lot of other sporting events.
Yeah.
It's the seasons are kind of wrapping up now. We're starting to look ahead almost to those postseasons and are planning ahead for that. I know middle school volleyball, football, and cross country have a few more meets out there. So if you haven't had a chance to get out and support those young athletes, make sure you do that. So they do have a few more within the next week or two, and high school will continue too. So if you haven't made it out to an event yet, we would sure encourage you to participate.
All right, that sounds great. Well, is anyone you want to say hi to or any special messages before we go?
Hello, Grandma.
That's who I was talking to. I know we were talking. Grandma's going to be listening.
She's listening in the nursing home.
All right. So we'll all say, hi, Grandma. All right. Well, thank you all for being here today. I'm going to let you get back to school and wrangling up those kids. And we're going to get back into the music right after this.
The Galesville Chamber of Commerce presents the 43rd Annual Apple Affair, tomorrow from 8 to 4 at the fairgrounds in Galesville. Free admission and on-site parking, fun for the whole family.